We're here at FDIC 2013, and I'm with Chief Rick Lasky and Chief John Salka. Thank you for being here.
It's our honor. It's our honor.
So you guys have a new book. It's 5-Alarm Leadership. So tell us a little bit about the book and how it went from an idea to an actual product here.
Well, actually, this started as it was a program, and even before a program, Amanda, it was something we realized while we were teaching. John and I both have been on the road teaching for almost 25 years nationally, and all the different topics, tactics and strategy, safety and survival, you know, just so many different things that we do. We started to realize through our classes and through the line of duty death investigations we do and some other things that we actually were injuring and killing firefighters before they ever left a firehouse. All the things that happen on a fire ground, flashover, collapse, running out of air, getting lost, becoming disoriented, were all a direct result of the poor or lack of leadership back at the firehouse. And how many times have we talked to people, John, and we say, okay, now that you're promoted, what do they do with them?
Right, what kind of training have you got?
What do they do?
Zero, nothing. I spoke to people here at the FDIC. You know, oh, thank God for your book, or thank God for that book, or thank God for training, or thank God for this conference. We get nothing. We get promoted to lieutenant, they send us down the block to the next firehouse, tell us to wear a different shirt and sit up in the front seat. So, you know, whether it's leadership training or all the other stuff that company officers have to know, a lot of folks just weren't getting it.
Well, and could you imagine, Amanda, you know, a person with Penwell, for example, okay, we hired you, and we're going to promote you with no training, just go. And, you know, I mean, it's so hard to do that. Right. And that's what's happened for decades. And then we kind of sit back as fire chiefs and go, well, why don't our men and women understand this, and why don't they get it? And they're not doing performance evaluations right. They don't know how to do this, and it all starts back at the firehouse.
Absolutely.
So that's where it's actually the lead-in, you know.
It is. That little story's in the book.
Yeah.
That's great. So who would you suggest just has to read this book? Of course we want everyone to read the book, but who would you suggest to the target market here, and who you want to read it?
I mean, the goal, obviously, well, it's a hard question because you're right. It really should be everybody, but, you know, in the fire service, company officers are the leaders. I mean, we know chiefs are leaders, district chiefs, battalion chiefs, administrative chiefs, the chief, everybody has some leadership role. But company officers are the folks that are riding in the front seat of the engines and trucks and going on the calls and getting there first with their crew of 2 or 3 people or 4 and giving the first instructions and the first orders. And they're the folks that are pretty much running around in the firehouse day to day, keeping the shift going and keeping the guys working together and making sure there's good drill and motivating everybody. And gosh, all the things that we talk about in all the chapters here are, you know, leadership is great. I would love to, if you had to put them in order, priority order, would say, you know, company officers in general, you know, field level company officers. But there's lots of, one of the other things we say in the book is everybody's got a leadership role, including senior firefighters and other folks on the shift. So it is everybody, but we'd love to think it was going to be, you know, company officers first.
Great. Well, thank you guys so much. You both are an absolute pleasure to work with, and we appreciate you both being authors with us.
Well, Amanda, thank you. And, you know, we often hear that from the folks at Penwell, and what we don't have that much of an opportunity to say, or very often, is just what Penwell does for the fire service, among all the other fields that you do. That what you see for sale in this book booth, on your website, whatever, saves lives. And I know that may drift by you as busy as you are, but what you and everyone else does in the Penwell family, from Mr. Bianchini on down all the way up, saves lives, and we want to thank you.
And it's true. You know what? People buy this book, they look at the back, they say, oh, look at the picture of Lasky and Salka. You know what? This should be you and Mary and all the other people's pictures. Theoretically, I mean, a lot of people put effort into creating a book.
So thank you for taking care of all of us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.